How's it going, guys? Cameron here with Canadian Gamer coming at you with another video. We have a couple of things to talk about here. The first thing we're going to talk about here, let me have a sip of my wine because tonight's a night of celebration. For those of you who have not heard, big news! Alphanerd Entertainment has been banned by speedrun.com. Lifetime ban. I don't know how he got banned. My guess, he was probably lipping off to somebody in a comment thread, because we have threads on src.com where you can post comments, talk about certain games, strategies, things of that nature. So I logged on today and I noticed it said right under, because I was checking out a game that I run periodically, and he does too. There's a lot of mutual games that we've both been running. And when I went on there, I noticed his name, it showed underneath his name banned. So his runs are still on the site. I don't know if they're going to be revoked. Stay tuned for that. But he's been banned. He's received a lifetime ban from src.com. So, you know, it's funny because Alphanerd Entertainment, he's been bad news for many years. It's been well documented. And when I signed up for speedrun.com, that truly piqued his interest. And I gave him a second chance. And Marceau was very excited to be a part of the speedrunning community. And I warned Marceau, I warned him about Alphanerd Entertainment and his behavioral patterns, and he didn't listen. And the thing is, speedrun.com, src.com, as Marceau likes to call it, because he's all into acronyms and abbreviations and hashtags and screen capping. Speedrun.com literally changed Alphanerd's life overnight. He felt like he now had a purpose because he was extremely burned out as far as posting content on YouTube was concerned. And this was like a fire in his belly. He was extremely passionate about speedrun.com. More than myself. More than Marceau, maybe even. I don't know. He was extremely excited about it. This became an overnight sensation. This became his baby. Okay, because I've talked about it before on the channel. I'm not that competitive. But I was having fun competing on speedrun.com. But this really became his baby. And now it seems like he's been banned. I don't know how he got banned. We all noticed recently he rebranded his channel to The Canadian Gamer. I don't know why that is. Don't blame me, man. So he's been banned. And how does that feel, Steve? How does that feel? It doesn't feel too good. It doesn't feel good, eh? You know, speedrun.com, you can no longer... Wrap your head around this, Steve, because I know you're hate watching. You can no longer participate on this website. Okay? You can watch all of us having a great grand old time, but you can't post speedruns anymore, okay? Okay? So go over to Twin Galaxy and start over, because you're not welcome on speedrun.com, okay? Doesn't feel too good, does it? Doesn't feel too good. That's why I always say, you mess with the bull, you get the horns, okay? You put your hand in the hornet's nest, you're gonna get fucking stung. This guy clearly pissed somebody off, okay? And now he's completely banned. And for you, Marceau, and for you, okay? How does that feel? Your ride or die is gone. So it's just yourself on speedrun.com and me. How does that feel, Marceau? It doesn't feel too good, does it? Does it? And you don't fucking listen, okay? This is my biggest problem with Master System Marceau, okay? He has a listening problem, okay? He has selective hearing. He only listens to what he wants to listen to, okay? He only retains what he wants to retain. He doesn't listen to the voice of reason, yours truly, who warned him about Alphanerd Entertainment. He doesn't fucking listen. So now look at it. Look at the situation. Look at the situation, Marceau. Your buddy is banned from speedrun.com. Why is that? Why is that? Okay? Oh my god. Use your fucking head and use your ears, Marceau. Listen to me. He's not good news. Okay? The writing is on the wall, Marceau. Oh my god. So, just to piss off Steve, because I know he loves to hate watch my channel, speedrun.com, SRC Speedruns, is going to be ramped up 1,000% on my channel. And now, going forward, I'm going to post daily speedruns, okay? Just to rub it in your face, okay? So just remember, Steve, okay? Be kind to those around you, because if you're not, it's going to come back around to you tenfold, okay? Karma's for real, and it bites hard. Karma is a bitch. I talked about it before on this channel when I was young, many moons ago, when I was like 15, 16 years old. I did something to somebody that I shouldn't have done. And guess what? Karma came back and bit me right in the fucking ass. So, for all you guys and gals out there, excuse me while I burp down this wine. For all you guys and gals out there that don't think karma is real, think again. Karma is a fucking bitch, and you're seeing it here. So he's banned, he's gone, and that's a lesson to be learned for you, Marceau, okay? And you keep acting the way you're acting, Marceau, and I'm sure you'll be banned as well, okay? The way you're fucking terrorizing people on the internet and harassing people. Doesn't fucking shock me, doesn't surprise me at all. Doesn't surprise me at all. So the next thing I want to talk about here, Need for Speed Carbon for the PS3 has finally arrived. It has come in the mail, it is complete in box, no scratches on the disc, and it is mint. I am very happy to have this because, as I mentioned, I picked up Need for Speed Carbon for the PS2, and I had a problem with the disc. The disc was scratched. I wasn't really able to play the game, but from what I did play, I had a lot of fun. And to boot, I think the box art is probably the best box art of any Need for Speed game, with the exception of maybe Porsche Unleashed. So, I'm happy to have Need for Speed Carbon in the collection. Not much else I can say about that. The other thing I want to talk about briefly, speaking of speedrun.com, I did a run of Days Before Christmas. So those of you who don't know what Days Before Christmas is, it's a Christmas game that was published by Sunsoft, yes, Sunsoft, developed by Funcom, only released in Australia, and it was developed by a Norwegian game studio. Wrap your head around that. Came out for the Sega Genesis, and then it was ported to the Super NES, had a limited run. I ran through the game recently, and yeah, it doesn't look too good. My speedrun time, still 4th place, was just a hair over an hour long. But again, folks, I've never played the game before, and this was a blind run through. I can run through it again and probably get a way better time. That being said, there's a couple of guys on src.com who are absolute pros when it comes to this game, and they're able to run right through it in about 20 minutes, which is really impressive. But I don't really want to talk about that. I just want to talk about how much fun I had playing the game, because I don't expect you guys and gals to watch my hour-long playthrough of this game. But I had a lot of fun with it. The difficulty was just right for me. The game kind of plays a little bit like a run and gun, a little bit like a Metal Slug, a little bit like a Donkey Kong Country. It doesn't do any one thing exceptionally well, but it doesn't do anything exceptionally bad. It's very middle of the road, and it's, like I said, as far as being able to run through a game in about an hour and see the credits at the end, I had a lot of fun with it. Now, interesting enough, 2 things I want to mention, and then we'll move on to the next topic. The music is really good on the Genesis version, but on the SNES version, it's not really as good. The developers really took advantage of the FM synth Yamaha sound chip on the Genesis. And man, the music is so creepy. It sounds like something out of a John Carpenter film. Okay? It sounds like something out of Halloween Season of the Witch. And I've noticed that before with any game that was developed for the Genesis and then ported over to the Super NES. I've noticed that the sound suffers in translation. Earthworm Jim was another. Now, believe it or not, Days Before Christmas is one of the most expensive and sought-after games for the Sega Genesis, Mega Drive. And if you want a complete in-box copy, right now it's going for about $1,200 on eBay. $1,200. So that's one game I'll never have. Oh! I'll take another sip here. I'm dying. It's difficult. I'm sipping wine here. I'm trying to digest the wine and I'm talking at the same time. It's not easy, folks. Okay, it's not easy. So Days Before Christmas is a game I'll never have in the collection. That would be cool if limited run games or strictly limited came out with a release of Days Before Christmas. That would be cool. I would pick that up for sure. So if you haven't played Days Before Christmas, and I know we're not even in December right now, I highly recommend checking it out. It was a blast. I had a lot of fun with it. And the last thing I wanted to talk about here, I did hear rumblings of this from Digital Foundry maybe about a month ago, but I didn't know that it was official. So Quake, unbeknownst to me, Quake 2 got a proper HD remaster that was released today that you can get on your Xbox, your PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, and I believe PC. Okay, released by Bethesda. Very much in the same vein as the Quake remaster. I don't know if it was Night Dive that did this or not. And also the remastering of Doom 64. So what's interesting about this, it looks awesome. I already have the game for the Xbox 360. I've gushed about it before, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but I may have to pick it up again for the Xbox Series X because for a couple of reasons. The enhanced graphics and the lighting and what Bethesda has done with the game and all these little Easter eggs they've put in it and crib sheets and crib notes from the dev team. They've uploaded like scanned images of like crib notes from the dev team, and one of the images actually shows like the coffee stains on the sheet. So that's just so cool, the attention to detail for them to be able to put that much care and effort into this remaster. But the thing that really piques my interest is Quake II 64. So I love Quake 64 and I really love Doom 64. And Quake II 64 looks very similar to Quake 64 and Doom 64. Same ambient lighting, a reworking of the levels, much more linear. You can play right through it, a little bit shorter than Quake 2 on the PC back in the day. So to be able to play a remastered version of Quake II 64 really piques my interest. To be able to maybe download it on the PS4 and play it that way, stream it. So let me know if that would interest you guys. I don't think the game's getting a physical release. Not a mainstream physical release anyhow. But that really piques my interest because I like Quake 2. And I really love the original Quake. And I even like Quake 4. Quake 3 Arena never played. That was predominantly an online experience. But yeah, Quake 2 Remastered. I am very interested in picking that up. And if it's less than $20, then I'll pick that up all day, all night. I'll stop what I'm doing to play that right now. So I'm going to check that out tonight. So that's going to do it. That's it for this video. We're going to cut it off there. We're at the 14-minute mark. I hope you guys are doing well. Thanks so much for watching. Like I said, make sure you treat everybody out there with respect, dignity, and be nice to people. Because if you're not, it will bite you in the ass tenfold, okay?